Okay. Today is February 15th, Friday, National Half Off on Chocolate Day. And look at all the snow, basically all the snow is gone. And unfortunately, because HR did a boo-boo, and they didn't tell us, remind us about the waiver thing, I got locked out and I can't play today. So I'm going to record and we're going to have some fun from up here. Scott over to Creighton. Creighton back over to Scott. Scott grabs it and just oh, dang it. Oh, Rachel, you had that in your arms. Oh, it was so close. Okay. Super Scott over to Chase. Chase back to Jeff. Jeff going long to Rambo. Rambo looking for Chase off to the side. Doesn't quite get it to him. Got Creighton picking up disc up to Scott. Scott over to Jay. Jay up to Rachel. Rachel looking for a dump pass back to Scott. Flicks it back. Scott just... oh, he snags it! Wow! Scott over to Chase. Oh, no, he was aiming for Bruce. Just went a little too far. Jeff picks up the disc. Jeff's gonna flick it up to Chase, who has to wait for it. Bruce almost gets it. Chase is looking over to Jeff. Jeff gonna go over to Super Scott. And Super Scott reads the disc and doesn't quite get to it. Jay comes, picks up the disc. Jay over to Creighton, who almost manages to get his hand on it. Doesn't quite get it. Look at the field, a little bit muddy, especially on that far side. Man, I wish I were out there playing. Oh, nice D, Rachel. Nice job. Scott back to Jay. Jay looking for the side over to Scott. Scott's going to go over to Creighton. Oh, Rachel cut that right there. Oh, yeah. Nice job. Good cut, Rachel. Hey, you just bookended. Rachel, good job. D to the score. Bruce airs his armpits and lets it fly. Jeff to knock it away. Turnover. Come on, Jeff. You know better than that. Jeff looking deep. Flicks it up to Chase. And look at that. Great throw. Great curve. Good run. Chase looking over for Rambo, who just can't quite get to it. A little bit out of reach. And we got Creighton picking up the disc, faking off to the side, over to Jay. Jay looking for Bruce, he doesn't quite get to him. Over to Scott. Scott looking for Rachel, who blades it. Over to Rachel. Jeff picks up the disc, hammers it over to Chase, who comes down with it. Nice job, Chase. Chase over to Super Scott. Super Scott blades it over to Chase again, but Bruce comes down with the D. Bruce picking up the disc. Over to Jay. Jay looking up to Rachel. Rachel is just out of reach. Got a lot of blades today. It's a nice day, though. Yeah. Dang it. Dang you, HR. Got Rambo off to Super Scott. Super Scott flicks it up to Jeff. Nice job, Jeff. Good flick, Super Scott. And Jeff to pull. And here we go. Oh, they're waiting on Rachel. Jeff to pull. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. No one's moving. I guess they're starting their game. Game to 3, maybe? Game to 5? Probably game to 5 since it is a Friday. I'm gonna pull for the upwind. Here we go. Jay to pull. And Chase lets it fall from his hands. Chase up to Jeff. Jeff over to Rambo. Rambo comes down with it. Just passes it off back to Jeff. Jeff looking deep, goes over to Rambo, who, wow, comes down with it. And Rambo looking up, oh, blades it. Oh, get to that, Scott. Yes. Nice. Well done. Good movement, guys. Way to come down with that. Here we go. Super Scott pulls. And Bruce is going to go pick it up, since no one else will. Bruce over to Jay. Jay's going to swing it over to Scott. Scott looking around. Jay coming up the side. Scott dumps it over to Bruce. Bruce up to Jay. Nobody's quite open for him. And he's going to dump it over to Scott. You guys are moving up the field a little bit slower. Jay to pass it over to Bruce. Wow, Chase almost had the D on that. And very good. Bruce over to Clint. Or to, not Clint. Creighton. Sorry, Creighton. Chase, you almost had that D. You were right there. But, of course, the Batman magic. I don't know what it is about Bruce, but he just catches it. It just doesn't make any sense to anybody. It just happens. Looks like it's a 1-to-1. Creighton hucks it. Chase over to Jeff. Jeff reaches out and grabs it. Jay coming in for the D. Jeff fakes it over to Rambo. Rambo swings it back up to Jeff, looking up for that long bomb. Oh, Creighton with the D on that just touch. Very good. Going around the swamp. Scott coming up with the disc. Here we go. Disc in. And Scott, I got Creighton and... Oh, not quite. Intended target was Rachel. Rachel coming in with the D. Again, drops down. Scott looking for a throw deep, and Bruce just can't quite get to it. Bruce is not happy with the disc. Super Scott to go pump fakes up to Jeff, who brings it in, checking feet. It's good. He's good. Taps it in. Looking up for a disc back to Scott. And Bruce just doesn't want to have it. Gets it up to Chase. Chase over to Rambo. Comes down with it. Nice job, Rambo. Jeff making the cut. And that's in. The score is 2-1. Jeff pulls. And it just rolls. Rolls. There we go. All the way. Rolls out. Take it up at the line. Creighton with the disc. Looking for a throw. Goes deep. Deep all the way to Bruce. Oh, get that, Bruce. Get it. Oh. Yeah, be careful, Bruce. That was a great throw, Creighton. Really great throw. I think that was upwind, too. Bruce just couldn't quite get to it in time. That cement just kind of ruined it. Okay, here we go. Chase with the disc. Chase over to Jeff. Jeff on the wobbly catch. Up to Super Scott. Super Scott looking for Rambo. And is he going to get to it? He does. It is 3-1. And here we go, Jeff to Huck. Some discussion, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't even feel that earthquake. I didn't know anything about it until my brother told me. Yeah, I guess.
Jeff Hucks. And it goes all the way. Oh, nice. Nice read, Scott. Scott over to Creighton. Creighton looking deep. Goes short to Rachel. Back to Creighton. There we go. And Creighton goes all the way to Jay. Jeff knocks it down with authority. Not in this house. Jeff, really excited, picks up the disc, hucks it over to Rambo, who lets it slip through his fingers. Creighton picks up the disc, looking over to Scott. Comes down with it. Scott looking deep over the top of everybody. Hospital throw. Rambo knocks it down. Rambo over to Jeff, who just can't get to it. They're just throwing it on the ground. Almost over in Tedland. Jay comes over and picks it up. Jay flips it over to Rachel, who comes down with it. Nice job. 3-2. Or 2-3. And here's Jay with the huck. And they just let it go out. Rambo to go grab the disc and bring it in. Rambo bricks it. And Rachel, come in. T-posing. Rambo off to the side. Intended target was Chase. Here comes Scott, bringing it in at the line. Chase to guard. Scott up the line to Jay. Jay over to Bruce. Bruce probably going to go for Jay. Oh, and it is knocked down by Rambo. Both Jay and Rachel were ready for that disc. Into traffic, though. Jeff to go over to Rambo. Rambo does come down with it this time. Rambo over to Chase. Good throw, Rambo. Got Scott running up the line with Bruce to guard. Dumps it over to Scott. Scott looking for that dump to Jeff. And Jay, almost gets to it in time. Jeff up to Rambo. Rambo over to Chase. Chase back to Scott. Scott's going to go up to Bruce with the D. And there goes Bruce streaking down the field. Oh no! Creighton over to Jay. Jay does not get his fingers around it. And Jeff with the easy up to Rambo. It is now 4-2. Here we go. Rambo hucks. And let it fall out. They're gonna brick it. Creighton gets ready to throw. Up to Bruce. Bruce looking deep for Jay. Jay to flick it up to Rachel, who, just a little low. Can't just come up with it. Chase to pick up the disc. Chase flicking it over to Rambo, who reads it, but Jay smacks it down with authority. Jay up to Rachel. And Rachel, oh yeah! Oh my goodness, just flicks it at the knees of Jay, who does snag it. Wow, he comes down with it. It's now 3-4. Good job, guys. Well done. I do not know how Jay came down with that. That's going to have to be an instant replay. Jeff was right there for the defense. Just couldn't get it. Jeff with one-handed catch up to Super Scott. Super Scott coming down with it over to Rambo. Rambo looking up to Chase. Chase comes down, looking a short pass over to Rambo. Up the center. Rambo kind of looking, not quite sure where to go. Over the heads to Scott, who chases it out, and yes, gets it. Nice job. That would be 5-3. I think we're going. Is that game to 7? Is that? Yeah, I think it's going to game to 7. 5-3. And here we go. Disc is hucked. Scott coming down with it. Scott over to Rachel. Rachel does come down with it. Good job, Rachel. Nice. Good hands on that. She's going to flick it over to Creighton. Creighton looking deep. Got Bruce going over. Drops it off to Scott. Scott looking around over to Jay. And Creighton coming up to the center. Gets it. Nice. And going over to Rachel. Well done. Right below Scott's arm. This is the 4-5 point. We got ourselves a game. Is that it? It's it. No, it can't be. What's going on? Why is Creighton walking down? Okay. No, we're just confused. I think. Wait, Scott, where are you going? I think that's game. That's game. I'm done. I'm gonna go eat. Good game, guys. That was fun.